Hi Vogue, it's Taylor Kruger, and today we're going to be talking about my beauty secrets. Hi guys, these videos have been trending over the last week and I thought they were so fun. I just had to hop on it. So basically I'm going to walk you guys through all of my beauty and skincare secrets. So I'm just going to pretend like I'm on Vogue. Hi Vogue. All jokes aside though, this is pretty much an everyday makeup routine. I did one of these a few weeks ago, but I couldn't pass up on this video because I think they're so fun. Everything I talk about will be linked down below. So I just got out of the shower. I washed my face every morning with this face wash. It's the Murad Essential C Cleanser. I love it because it's really clean. Lightly wash your face in the morning, just like after you work out and stuff. And I always wash my face in the shower. Moving on to serums. You guys need this. So this is the Youth to the People 15% vitamin C and clean caffeine energy serum. So I basically just take about 2 pumps of that onto my hand. I rub them together and I just put it all over my face and press it in. I always use a vitamin C as the first serum. This is honestly my favorite duo. I don't know how they work so nicely together, but I could not recommend it enough. So I just use the ordinary hyaluronic acid. This is so amazing because it's so affordable and it lasts a pretty long time. Just rub it in again. Always go down on your neck. I believe that's a French beauty secret that I have just picked up. Sorry if the lighting sucks, by the way. My bathroom does not have good lighting to start with and it's super gloomy out. Now time for eye cream. It smells amazing. It's like lavender scented. Lavender is really calming. It just really helps my morning, honestly. It's me start my day calmly and I just take a little bit like that and I don't really rub it in that much. I just kind of dab it to really let it sink in. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I just have the Dr. Brandt triple peptide eye cream. I'm almost out of it. Now it's time for moisturizer. I don't know why I took so long to hop on this trend, but I use the Cerave moisturizing lotion and I'm obsessed. I will never go back. It is so affordable, very clean. Take a generous amount and I just rub it in my hands and then all over my face and my neck. And I put this everywhere, on my eyelids, my lips, down on my ears, my neck. I always press my skincare into my skin. Not only does it feel really nice, but it helps your face absorb all the products that you put on. The last step in my skincare before we move on to the makeup is sunscreen. I use the Supergoop Unseen sunscreen. I love this so much because it's sheer, so it works on a wide variety of skin tones, which is so amazing because it's very inclusive. So I just take a little bit like that onto my hands, rub everything together. This is also SPF 40, which is amazing. If you guys haven't added sunscreen into your everyday skincare, you definitely need to because it is so beneficial for your skin. Honestly, you'll be thanking yourself in the long run. I took a little break to get my coffee. I got an espresso yesterday. Honestly changed my life and is such a part of my beauty routine because it puts me in a good mood. Cheers. It's probably really hot. I should wait a bit. Now it's time to get into the makeup. So I guess this is also kind of considered skincare, but I always use it before I put any of my makeup on. It's the Sand and Sky Australian Emu Apple Dreamy Glow Drops. This really helps my skin get dewy and glowy because I really like natural glowy skin for my makeup. I find the sunscreen kind of mattifies my face and works as a really nice primer, so I just like to add a little bit more glow in. I'm gonna do like 5 drops. I think I need a little more. Not only does it smell incredible, but you guys see that glow now, right? Adds such a nice base. First things first, I like to deal with my eyebrows a little bit. I got a brow lamination just over a month ago, so they definitely don't look as good as they used to, but they still have a little bit of perm in them. So I just wet a spoolie and brush them up like that. Even if I didn't have a lamination, I recommend doing this because if you like the boy brow look, you can really easily get that, and this way it kind of sets the shape for when you do your eyebrows. If I do my makeup in the morning right after my skincare, I don't go in with a primer or any illuminating cream because the sunscreen already acted as a primer, and then I just use the glow drops. But if I do my makeup later in the day, I use the Dr. Brandt Pore Refiner Primer, and then I use the Nude by Nature Sheer Light Illuminating Cream just on the parts that I want to glow. My biggest beauty secret is this. It's not too much of a secret because I rave about this. This is the best makeup product I've ever used in my life. I personally am not one for heavy foundation. It just doesn't really look good on my skin, and it's not the look that I'm trying to achieve. It's the Smashbox Halo Tinted Moisturizer. I have it in the shade Light, and then going along with that is a beauty blender. I am hands down beauty blender girl. I rarely use brushes. I just find it really helps me achieve that natural dewy look. So I start with putting the tinted moisturizer on my beauty blender, and I go in sections on my face. I really like this because it's very buildable, but also very natural. It gives me the coverage that I need while still being glowy. Pretty much just covers any of my previous acne blemishes, scars, and I do get a little bit of redness, so it just kind of covers that up, which is exactly what I want. And when I apply this, I really try to get into all of the crevices on my face, like in my eyes here, on my lids, around my nose, and I kind of go over my lips a bit, but I wipe it off after. Also, don't forget to go over on your ears. Always go down on your neck. I don't do too much, but I mostly just focus it in this area. If you're gonna take anything from this video, please get this. Now time for concealer. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with because I'm not really one for the very thick and heavy concealer. I just do a little bit. I do have pretty bad dark circles, you can kind of see, so I just like to cover them up a little bit, but I don't really focus on it too much because I honestly think it's kind of cute when you have dark circles coming through. So I take a little bit like that in each side of my face, and then this is the biggest tip for concealer. You need to drag it up like this so it lifts your face. And again, we're gonna go in with a beauty blender. I like to do one side at a time, and I really focus this like right here, not really too much in my under eyes because I find it gets really cakey for me and creases even when I set it. And then here we're gonna really drag up. Not drag, but dab up. Time for powder. I just use the Milk Makeup Loose Setting Powder. I'm not too picky about my powder. This is just the current one that I have. And I take this little brush that I got from Quo at Shoppers Drug Mart. It has like a double, I think this is made for highlight, but I just use it for my under eyes. Just gonna take a little bit and dab it right in that area where we put the concealer, and I found that less is more. You really don't need to go heavy on this. Now it's time for brows, which is honestly my favorite part. They're so therapeutic for me and really fun. So the boy brow has been trending for a while now, and as I mentioned, I did have a brow lamination, so they were kind of glued up in a perm, but my lamination has faded, so I just use the Got To Be Glued Spiking Glue. I feel like this is kind of controversial and a lot of people hate it, but it works for me, and I'm gonna show you guys how I use it. Wet the spoolie brush again, brush them in the shape that you want. I love that it takes such little product because this will last me so long. So I basically just kind of squeeze a bit out and then rub my spoolie back and forth like that to get it across. And then we're going to just brush it up. Might have to go back in and grab more, but it really doesn't take long, and it really gives you that boy brow effect. This will make your brows hard, so if you are not a fan of that, I wouldn't recommend, but I really don't mind. I really don't do that much because a little goes a long way. Take the other end and I actually press it into the brows and push them up. So this is what's really gonna help them stick and set in place, as you guys can see. So the only thing is you do get glue around your brows, but if you go in pretty quick, you can just rub it off. You guys can see it coming off on my skin like that. And I just go in with my beauty blender again, blend in the product a little bit so you can't see where I wiped it. I love this because you don't have to put any products in like tinted brow gel or use a pencil. It makes your brows so thick and honestly gives you the effect that you are looking for when you're going in with the pencil and brushing everything up. You guys can see that difference, right? I cannot do my makeup without doing this. Once you have all the product in, if you find that they're too spiked up, you can just take the spoolie again and kind of drag it across and press them down. I find this one isn't bad, but this one is pretty spiked. So you just drag it down like that. Now moving in to honestly my holy grail products, along with my Smashbox Halo Tinted Moisturizer. I will never go a day without using these. I'm obsessed with nude sticks, and you guys just need to get these. You'll understand, you'll see how beautifully they apply to the skin. You guys can tell throughout this video, I love cream and very natural products. So firstly, I go in with this Nudies All Over Face color in the shade Bondi Bay. It is the most beautiful bronzed chocolate cream bronzer ever. I'm obsessed with it, guys. I've been using this for a few years now and I will not buy anything else. I basically just do some up here on both sides like that. It doesn't really have to be even. It's gonna look fine when it blends out. And then I go in on the side. I really try to focus my bronzer up on kind of the apples of my cheeks because I find it lifts my face, and then we blend it out. I usually start up here just because we put that one on first. I love this because it's really, really blendable. It looks so beautiful on the skin and so natural. And when I'm doing this, I make sure to dab up, not down. Of course, I have to use the duo. I go in with the Nude Sticks Nudies Bloom All Over the Face Dewy color in the shade Sweet Peach Peony. It is the most beautiful strawberry peach summer color, and this as well we are going to focus on the apples of our cheeks because it really lifts the face, and it just looks so nice because we did the concealer to lift the face, we did the bronzer up here, and then we're going to do the same thing like that. I do a lot because I'm obsessed with blush. I think it is so cute. Again, we're just going to blend everything out with a beauty blender. I really carry it up here on my forehead as well. It gives you that sun-kissed effect. And then I always take the cream blush again and I run it across my nose like that. I go on the sides, blend it out. Moving on to highlighter, I have the Merit Highlighting Balm in the shade Cava. My finger and I rub on the top and I just dab it right here where I want there to be highlighter. And then I do the same thing on the other side. And then I take a little bit and I dab it on my nose right here. Carry a little bit up on the bridge of my nose. And then I take a little bit and I go on my Cupid's bow just to really define my lips. Time for my favorite part, my Freck pen. This is the Freck XL. If I don't put this on, I don't feel like myself. Focus this on the bridge of my nose here and then right here. You really don't have to be that precise with it because when you blend it out, it looks fine. So I do a few dots right there and then I go in with my middle finger and I just lightly tap and blend everything out to multiply them. And this also helps them look more natural as fake freckles can be. I'm stopping myself here because I tend to overdo it, so I still want to keep it very natural and realistic. We're going to set the face. I just use this Maven Beauty Rose Water Setting Spray. I I find I go through waves of being obsessed with lip liner and lipstick and putting it on every day or not touching it for a while. But if I want to look a little bit more put together, then I will line them a little bit. So I just use this NYX Suede matte lip liner in the shade Sandstorm. I don't overline them when I want a natural look. This is my favorite lip liner. It gives the most beautiful natural color. So I just lightly line them like that. And then I go in with this Sephora Collection Coconut Lip Balm to blend the lip liner into my lips a little bit. Lastly, we are going in with mascara. This one is the best one that works on my eye shape. I love the brush, it's curved, but before that we're going to curl the lashes. And I basically like hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I start like pulsing it for another 10 seconds. I just blink and I kind of brush the mascara wand up as I blink. I go in with a decently light coat. I don't really try to make it that dark and thick. I really try to define the shape and length that I like. And then while that's drying, I go in and do the other eye. There is never a day where I don't get mascara on my eyelids because I have hooded eyelids, but I wipe it off after. Now I go in with another coat. Doesn't really lengthen, it just makes them darker. And then sometimes I will press and brush up to separate them. And then I take the outer corner and I blink to wisp it out. This side never looks as good as my right. I don't know why. I guess they must be different shapes. I rub off the excess. And then now I'm going in with my Benefit Hoola Bronzer and this Morphe E23 brush, and I just use this as eyeshadow. Literally Summer McKean taught me this like 4 years ago, and I've been doing this since then. And this really helps like blend out the mascara marks. It rubs down on my cheeks a little bit. So I just take concealer again and kind of do the same thing that I did earlier, and then I blend it out just to kind of erase whatever was smudged. And that's it. I'm done. Thank you, Vogue, for having me. I don't know how to end this video. All these products will be linked down below. I love you guys. Subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you in a few days. Bye.